Hello everyone, welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. And internet problems has caused the forecast to be issued late. I'm behind on a lot of stuff, but okay, we're going to get to it. We're going to look at the MJO again, and there's a lot of talk about a change in the pattern of cold air. According to the MJO, it's moving into phase 7 and 8, which is favorable for a trough. But if you look at the MJO, oh, not the MJO, the teleconnections of, the MJO teleconnection. Let me see if I can get teleconnection, the AO. Okay, we're going to look at the Arctic oscillation forecast to trend negative again. Now we're going to try this. And then we have the NAO, which would be negative, and is forecast to trend towards neutral later on in the period. But this all favors cold weather, but there will be some periods of cold weather, but the models aren't really showing that yet. I think that it's a little slower than what the MJO is showing. So we're going to look at the forecast now for December 3rd to the 7th. And you can see the pattern. We have a ridge here over Alaska pushing the trough inland. We still have a zone of float above normal heights in the east, and we have a ridge here. This trough here across northern Canada is forecast to push slowly south, push the cold air into the U.S., and I'll show you that. And we'll go to the 7th, and this is how the pattern is forecast to look like. Now, the flow will result in below normal temperatures for most of the west and the northern plains, with rain and mountain snows affecting some parts of the west. Portions of the Great Basin and the southern states and the east coast will experience, there's a mistake here, it's supposed to be above normal temperatures instead of below. If you see it on the website, I'll try to fix that. All right, so that's what forecasts look like. We're going to look at December 8th to the 12th now. And you start seeing this upper low begins in south, pushing a trough here, pushing cold air down into the south. So a ridge is forecast to remain over the northeast Pacific near the Aleutians, with the western trough here, and we have above normal heights across the southern states. So for this forecast period, here we go again. All right, here we go. I'm forecasting below normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies to be about 4 to 6 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures forecast here, with the anomalies near 6 degrees above normal. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here and here. Probability of occurrence is near 40%. Below normal precipitation forecast for this region here. Probability of occurrence is near 40%, mostly centered across west and northern Texas. Okay, we're going to look at the flow for December 13th to 17th. And still see a zone of flow by most of the models. There's still a signal here of a trough which favors, goes along with this ridge here over Greenland. And we still have our ridge here over the northeast Pacific, but generally zone of flow, weak trough here in the west and in the east. So I'm calling for this, sorry, Russia, I'm a little behind. So for this forecast period, calling for below normal temperatures for much of this region here. This is due to the trough here, and also the upper low sinking south from Hudson Bay. And I'm calling for anomalies to be near 4 degrees below normal. I think maybe a little bit higher in the darkest blue areas. And we have above normal temperatures of forecast for this region here, and the anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees above normal of forecast. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, and for this region, probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. And we have below normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is 35%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for December 3rd to the 17th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day. And maybe tomorrow I might have more on stratospheric conditions. Okay, that's all for now.